Welcome to the City Show. Pat O Melia here. You there, concerned resident? Hopefully, we will inform you, educate you, and maybe entertain you a little bit. On the bottom of the screen, you'll see all the ways to get in touch with us. Love us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, Twitter, all that other good stuff. And don't forget live stream. That's our base network for streaming. You can download their app. It's free. And we archive all our shows there. And there's a ton of other programming besides ours, so it's worth downloading. Today is election day, primaries. I urge you to get out and vote. And you can actually go out and vote. Like the old days. Remember you used to go in person, you threw the lever, press the button, whatever it was in your town? You can do that again. We are that far out of the COVID fog. We're in the light. We're not all the way through, but we're in the light. Later in the show, we're going to talk a lot about the Jersey City Museum, a lot of fallout from Mayor Fulop, so I'm going to get into that. But today, let's stay with the election. I brought that up. I'm going to go out on a limb here, but we're on today at 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm going to make my picks. Here will be your winners in the 31st district. That's Bayonne, Jersey City. Sandy Cunningham will win. Sampson will get the votes, and so will McKnight. They will be the declared winners. In the 32nd district, my buddy Nick Sacco, Jimenez, and Magia will be the winners in the Senate and the Assembly. And in the 31st district, my buddy Stack, Raj, and Shapiro. The only person who's running with any kind of competition is Jeff Dublin for register. There's actually someone running. And I think in Kearney, Al Santos has a challenger for the first time in like 15 years. This is the primaries, the general elections in November. That's when things get interesting. We're going to break the commercial, get back. We're going to talk about the Jersey City Museum. We'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design studio and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
We're back. Pat O Melia here. You there, City Show? Like I said, we're going to talk about the Jersey City Museum today, and there's a lot with it. There's a lot of fallout from Mayor Fulop's announcement, so we'll get into that. We're going to talk about the Harmon Street Pool, again in Jersey City. It was closed about 20 years ago. We'll touch base on moratoriums that's still in effect from COVID-19. Looks like Fulop will have a competitor in the election for a mayor, and we're going to talk about 4th of July fireworks. But first off, let's get to the Jersey City Museum. As I said last week, I'm not in favor of a new Jersey City Museum. We took a bath on the old one, and it wasn't like it was well patronized, the old one. It wasn't people lined up every day. It's not the Museum of Natural History or MoMA in New York. It was never an attraction for Jersey City. Fulop is looking for attractions for Jersey City. We had a bad experience with the Jersey City Museum that was on Montgomery Street. We have nothing to show for it. And the city would put in, around $700,000-800,000 a year. Absolutely nothing to show for it. It was poorly run. You probably could come up with some criminal charges related to the Jersey City Museum, but it's gone. The building was sold. The Jersey City Medical Center actually bought the building. They were desperate to sell. Joe Scott was the CEO then. He bought this thing for a song, the old museum. The exhibits, some disappeared. Others were brought out, I think, to Rutgers University. Maybe we'd go with the Jersey City Museum deal. Yeah, those exhibits come back. There's been some fallout because the more of the information is coming out with the proposal for the new Jersey City Museum. That's a picture of it up there. It's the OPS&G building on Journal Square. One of the first things that strikes everybody is renovation costs, $10 to $30 million. And then the city's going to kick in $6 million a year. That's a lot of money. And the fallout is coming from the city has other pressing needs besides a need for a museum. Like I said in last week's show, I'm not in favor of the New Jersey City Museum, but you didn't elect me mayor. You know, like I said before, I'd rather see a community center there. I would rather see the city relocate offices up to Journal Square. Get out of 30 Montgomery Street, where we still rent some pretty pricey offices. But give Mayor Fulop credit. Since he's been mayor, he's been building or buying buildings, so he's not writing a check with your money and then mailing it out. At least he's writing a check now to pay off buildings that the city will eventually own, whether in an outright purchase or in a lease purchase. But somewhere down the line, the city's going to have something to show for their payments besides a rent receipt. So Mayor Fulop has been going about getting the city out of rented offices. The other thing with the museum, it wouldn't hurt to get ratables on Journal Square. Now, you think about that. For Journal Square, it was a former economic engine for Jersey City. What do you mean there's no ratables? Why don't you think about this for a minute? Hudson County has purchased up many of the buildings on Journal Square. They pretty much purchased Sip Avenue. For that matter, the city bought that building from the county. The county doesn't pay any real estate tax, no property tax. The county purchased 830 Bergen Avenue, the old Goodman Furniture, Provident Bank building. When I say Goodman Furniture, you know I've been around Jersey City a long time. Last real tenant who paid property taxes was Provident Bank. County purchased the building, it's off the taxpayer rolls. I think the Jersey City, I'm not even sure if we did, but we were supposed to get some office space in there, the city, in lieu of taxes. But as you go around Journal Square, remember you got the State Building on Sip and Summit. No property taxes there. It's not a rateable. You got the Lowe's Theater, not a rateable. Got the Stanley Theater, Jehovah's Witnesses, not a rateable. You got the Path Center, not a rateable. And Fulop, I really got to ask the mayor, in our next show, meeting with the mayor, how much the city is now getting from the Port Authority. Forever, and really what ruined Journal Square was the Path building. What crushed the businesses there and changed Journal Square was when they built the Path and they put the buses inside. In the old days, you got up came out of the tubes, again, age. You got out of the Path building, you walked up on the square, you passed all the businesses, you got on your bus, you got your cab. When they built the Path Center, there was no longer foot traffic on Journal Square. That was the knife in the back of Journal Square. Now, Mayor Fulop is trying to revitalize Journal Square, and he looks at the museum as an investment. But when you look around Journal Square, you find out there aren't a lot of ratables on Journal Square. We're going to break the commercial, and we'll pick up again on Journal Square with the museum. You're watching The City Show? I'll be right back.
I've got cancer.
We've got the highest level of cancer care,
the latest clinical trials,
researchers working to find a cure,
and nurse navigators to guide you every step of the way.
At New Jersey's only NCI-designated Comprehensive Cancer Center, your safety has always been our top priority.
I've got cancer, but I also have peace of mind.
Jersey City Medical Center and Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. Let's beat cancer together.
Pen & Pinto Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 521-9000 or visit online at panapintoproperties.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
At Hudson Regional Hospital, we promise to be prepared for your emergency.
We promise to provide world-class robotic surgical care.
We promise to treat you like family.
To provide accurate diagnostic care.
To provide the most innovative orthopedic care at your doorsteps.
We promise to treat your baby like our own.
To never stop investing in the best of spinal care.
To be with you every step of the way.
Here at Hudson Regional Hospital, we promise to take care of our community.
We're back. Pat O'Melia here, City Show. You there? Let's pick up on non-ratables on Journal Square. Like I said, the Path Center, Pull-Up clawed back something. But for all those years they were on the square, they didn't pay anything. Pull-Up took them to court, and nobody ever thought about before Steve came up with the idea. And he's getting something. Pittance for the space they take up there. And throw a few other things in the Journal Square area in that aren't ratables anymore. Like that new whole courthouse that's being built on Newark Avenue, that's taking away blocks and huge amount of businesses and property. No ratables there. County Plaza, the old block drug, no ratables there. And again, I want to applaud Tom DeGeese, who I guess Steve, Mayor Fulop, is kind of copying. When Tommy became the county exec, he wanted to get out of rented buildings. So he started buying buildings. He bought the block drug site, which is now County Plaza, or again, 830 Bergen Avenue, putting all county offices in county-owned building. So he's not writing a check every month to some landlord, and at the end of the day, all you have to show for that money is a receipt. Tommy invested in property, in buildings. He bought the dirt. So at least that's your tax dollars in action there. But unfortunately for Jersey City, there's no ratables when the county buys it up. And when you start looking around, you see a park, no ratables. You see a school, no rateable. See a church, no rateable. See a not-for-profit, no rateable. And Journal Square's got a lot of that. So it needs some revitalization there, so we can get some ratables out of Journal Square. Back when Mayor Glendy Cunningham was in office before he passed away, he thought about moving City Hall up to Journal Square in an effort, again, to revitalize and have the foot traffic that City Hall generates. Fulop kind of borrowed that idea when he built the City Hall Annex up on MLK Drive in a way of trying to kickstart a renaissance up there on MLK, where we try to draw businesses back by increasing the foot traffic just from the city operations. We have to see how that works out. On social media, after Mayor Fulop made the announcement, and Governor Murphy was there, and Tammy Murphy, the First Lady of New Jersey, and we had people from France that were going to run the museum, there was a fallout on social media. And the fallout was the city had other pressing needs besides the museum. See, I kind of look at the museum as jewelry for the city, or a good suit for the city. Jeremiah Healy at one time wanted to attract the New York Jets to Jersey City, put them down by Caven Point Road. We would have lost a ton of money on that, but we would have had that jewelry. We would have had that attraction. We would have had little pizzazz here in Jersey City. It didn't work out. Florham Park beat us on that deal, but that was Mayor Healy trying to have an attraction here, which is what Mayor Fulop is doing here. Now, the fallout is people saying, well, you have a whole homeless population problem that needs to be addressed in Jersey City. Yes, it does. But in defense, again, of Mayor Fulop, I don't think there's a mayor since I've been covering Jersey City who's done more for the homeless situation in Jersey City than Mayor Fulop. From facilities to showers. Everybody jokes about the showers on Journal Square. Fulop has done more than just the showers, and he is doing more. With the $80 million in bonding, there's a homeless component to that. So Mayor Fulop, he's doing what he can for the homeless situation here. School funding, that was one of the other things on social media. We need to fully fund our budget. Well, you know what? we need to fully look at that budget to find out what needs to be funded, because there will be no affordable in Jersey City unless we can get our hands around that budget. Take it to the bank. Mayor Fulop will be addressing the funding of the Jersey City public school system and its budget in the very near future, because that has to be addressed, or there will be no affordable housing in Jersey City. You cannot keep jumping the property taxes on homeowners here in Jersey City thousands of dollars a year. And it went up $1,000 this year, and I forget what it was 37% increase the year before. You can't keep doing that and hope to have affordable housing in Jersey City. That's just not going to work. All those are worthy causes. And listen, throw in senior building and senior services into that. Again, Mayor Fulop has done as much, probably more than any other mayor, when it comes to affordable housing and senior services, especially when it comes to affordable housing. So he is addressing those needs and concerns here in Jersey City, but he still wants a museum. We're going to break the commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport, live like you want.
A brand new truck isn't just a brand new truck. When it's tough enough to have best-in-class available payload and smart enough to know that a cab can also be an office. A truck equipped with best-in-class available towing that asks, why can't all that power more than just this truck? No. Your brand new truck isn't just a brand new truck when it's the all-new F-150. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Jersey City Medical Center has a passion for heart health. We're Hudson County's only full-service heart hospital, with innovative technologies and premier cardiovascular physicians, a partnership with Rutgers Health, the latest technology and medical advancements, and nationally renowned care for every heart in every community. Whoever your heart beats for, our hearts beat for you. Jersey City Medical Center.
We're back, City Show. We're still talking about the Jersey City Museum because it became a big issue here in Jersey City, especially on social media. I'm not here to promote Fulop. Fulop and I have gone back and forth on issues, and this is an issue I don't agree with. But again, I'm not the mayor, and he's looking down the road, and he's got an entire city to balance. Yes, there's a homeless situation in Jersey City. Yes, there's a homeless situation in New York City. Yes, there's a homeless situation in Portland. There's a homeless situation in San Francisco. It's a problem all over. Give Fulop credit. He has addressed and tries to address all the needs here in Jersey City, but he also has to address all the rest of Jersey City and its population. Now, like I said, you throw the seniors in there, worthy causes. There are a lot of things that Mayor Fulop has accomplished here. Did we really need it? Shouldn't we have addressed these causes? Should Fulop have focused all his attention or all the money on these causes? Does the city need new parks? Do we need a new Berry Lane? I guess not. I guess, we could have concentrated on other needs. Do we need the Riverfront Park that's going to come later on here on SIP and Route 1 and 9? Do we really need bike lanes? Wrong guy talking about bike lanes, but really, they cost money. Should Fulop have focused again on just the negative needs of the city? Pedestrian plazas? I'm not into pedestrian plazas, but they seem to be popular. So a large percentage of the public of Jersey City want pedestrian plazas. Murals? I'm not big into the murals, but I did notice on one of the rides coming back from the other studio in Seaside Heights, I noticed one of the murals coming off 15X. Does it hurt the city? No. They just had a big mural festival. It became an attraction. Brought people to Jersey City, foot traffic. Do we need 4th of July fireworks that are back this year? No, I guess we can watch Macy's. Do we have to do that? No. But it's a little pizzazz for the city. It's a little vibe for the city. And that's what Fulop is trying to do. He's trying to use the word. He's trying to appease the whole city and all of its people. Food festivals. Got a big food festival going on in Jersey City right now. Streetscape programs, the new sidewalks on Central Avenue. Do we need them? I didn't think we needed new sidewalks on Central Avenue. We just did the corners recently, and we're doing them again. Fulop thinks we need them. Do we need new streetscapes? Fulop thinks we need them to make the city look better. Do we need new PD stations? Well, North Precinct's been doing okay for the last 100 years. Do we need to address it now? Fulop's not kicking the can down the road. Yeah, we need new police stations. Do we need the new public safety building? Well, Fulop wants to put everybody under one roof. Makes sense, more efficient that way. You know, Bayfront housing and the retail complex that's going to be on the banks of the Hackensack River. Do we need that? No, we could probably use the rateables and have some businesses go there, but Fulop had a different idea. He's trying to bring in more affordable housing. He's trying to bring more investment into Jersey City. The mayor represents the city and all its people and its businesses. The city needs the amenities. The city needs the attractions. The city needs the vibrancy. We need that vibe. Fulop's playing the long game here with this investment. He sees it as an investment to revitalize Journal Square, to bring it back to the economic engine it was one time here in Jersey City. When you look at, you take the cultural and the arts community, they're all for this. Fulop has bookended the cultural and arts community with the Lowe's Theater and now with the museum. Fulop takes further steps. He takes the cities takes further steps to get out of the shadow of New York City. Yeah, we got some arts now. We got some culture. Gotta have a museum. Does it work in the long run? I don't know. We'll find out soon enough, I guess. Fulop sees the museum as a global, national, tri-state attraction for Jersey City that will bring people to Jersey City. People will spend money in Jersey City. They'll patronize our businesses. They'll stay in the hotels. They'll buy a jacket and trinkets. Maybe they'll decide to live here, move here, and see what Jersey City is all about. Fulop sees that as the magnet to do that. There will always be pressing needs in Jersey City that require attention. And under the Fulop administration, he's been giving as much attention as possible to those pressing needs. But the city needs to move forward. It needs to grow, and it needs to grow for all the residents, for all the concerns, for all the businesses. All of that has to be at the table, not just the pressing needs, because those pressing needs are always going to be pressing, but at least you have a mayor who's addressing them. Basically what Fulop, they always say, dress for the job you want, which is odd coming from a guy like me, or actually even Fulop. Neither one of us are GQ models when we get dressed. But yeah, the city is dressing for the job it wants. And it wants to be the #1 city in the Northeast. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer a Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
Cutting edge surgical care is right here in Secaucus.
robotic surgery is safer.
Shorter hospital stays.
Smaller abdominal incisions, the size of an M&M. Here at Hudson Regional, we provide world-class robotic surgical care.
We're back, Pat O'Melia, City Show. Let's talk to Mayor Fulop again about some attractions and vibrancy here for Jersey City. The Harmon Street Pool. My old buddy, rest in peace, Earl Morgan, would talk about the Harmon Street Pool and how it should be opened up again. There was also the one at the YMCA pool. It should be opened up so that people can enjoy it. I wholeheartedly agree with the late Earl Morgan. Mayor Fulop, this is something we need to do. Now, Fulop is attracting people to Jersey City with the museum. I don't know how many Jersey City people will go and visit it, but we certainly will attract others. This, the pool we need for the kids and the residents of Jersey City. That should have never been closed, but what happened about 20 years ago, it was like hooligans. There was always problems, there were fights in there, and the decision was made, instead of confronting the problem, let's just close the pool. So we didn't have to deal with the hooligans everybody else had to suffer. Now I realize low-hanging fruit here when it's like 100 degrees outside today, but that shouldn't be redeveloped into, again, Fulop's talking about affordable housing and businesses. The pool should remain. You want to develop around it, that's fine. But the people on the end of the city there, they should have that pool. We lost a lot of pools. You know, like Earl would say, the YMCA pool's closed. We used to have a pool up in Washington Street Park, closed. You know, there aren't a lot of pools. You know, we got Pavonia. In my youth, we used to call it the municipal, but it's the Pavonia pool. And there's very few pools in Jersey City. There's a lot of pools in the schools. Hopefully we'll open them. But Mayor Fulop should reconsider and revitalize that pool. Renovate it, make it ADA compliant, and let the people of Jersey City who are here already enjoy the pool. COVID-19, there are still some moratoriums in effect. Now, the ones that are in effect are evictions. They are held off until at least the end of the year. Now, Governor Murphy can sign that away at any time, but nobody's getting evicted until the end of the year. Utility shutoffs. Nobody's getting their electric or their gas shut off for non-payment. And insurance cancellation. Now, I tried to figure out what insurance is. There's benefit insurance, car insurance, that sort of thing. There will be no insurance cancellations due to lack of payment. But when I kept researching, I couldn't find. I guess it's all insurances, because it doesn't specifically say health insurance or car insurance. Lewis Spears has picked up his petitions to run for mayor of Jersey City. Now, he's got to get them filled out, and the signatures got to be validated. Probably not a big deal to do. So Fulop will have some opposition, it appears, here in Jersey City for his re-election for mayor of Jersey City. And as I said earlier, with the amenities and attractions, fireworks are back in Jersey City this year. I'm not sure who the entertainers are yet, but the fireworks are back. It's one of Mayor Fulop's jewelries for Jersey City, and the people enjoy it. So kudos to Mayor Fulop. All right, we're out of show. You watch the City Show. I'm Pat O'Melia. You be good. You be safe. Talk to you next week. Good night.